Yes, the people, I'm alive. Big up everyone, you're well, people. Why is this Liverpool against United thing still on? I do not know. What is everyone saying? Duncan Scott, Brett Mayer's bum boy. Scott, I saw rumours Brett had converted to Islam last season. Maybe Decca realised he couldn't bully Liam and relapsed back on the Brown. It's been 8 days since Big Decca made that last video. I personally think he's seen Big Danny Christie's video, seen the boss of Carlisle has spoken, and thought, you know what? I best keep my mouth shut, stay in the box room, and do as I'm told. Because, as I say, people, the boss of Carlisle spoke. Now, if you're wondering why I've not got the camera on, because the quality of the camera is quite shite. I smashed my laptop, so I'm waiting on a new one. Yeah, I smashed my laptop like a tit. So I'm using this, but the camera's terrible on this one, like. I'm nobody's bum boy, says Big Lincoln, Big Scott. Yeah, he knows he's banned. It's the one in it. He knows he's banned from this corner. But yeah, as you see in the title, people, it says Brett May jail tales. Now, as we all know, Brett May, last time he come out of prison, you know, he had some cracking jail tale stories to tell about how he knocked Decca out in the library, which turned out not to be true. He then goes on all sorts of other storytelling, jail tale storytells, telling us about how he's done this and he's done that. Now, what sort of stories is Big Brett May going to come out with this time, people? Because there's only so many times you can come out with these mad stories, and 90% of them not be true. You're funny, you boys. Horse Info says, nah, Decca is away training his bolts off. Trust me, him and Dougie are going looking for Christie. Decca destroys Danny Chess Scott. A what? It's a good fight. I don't think that Decca beats Danny. I don't think the Decca's the same Decca as what he was 4 years ago. There's no way he is, because how long's it been since he's been in a training camp? How long, you know what I mean? How long's he been in a training camp for? When was the last time he even had a decent training session? And, like, you know, he's not sparred for how many years? So, as I say, people, me personally, I don't think it's this. I think it's a great fight still, but I think Danny beats him. I think Danny beats him quite comfortably. He's not, yeah, he's definitely not the same. Who's that beats and tapes? So you're on about there? We've got Crystal Palace and Liverpool on it background. It made me crumble, people, when I said that. It made me laugh, yeah, that Decca pointed me. Out of all the channels, right, that met videos on him, there's numerous people. Video Craig makes videos on him quite often. Danny's obviously replied to that video, but I mean, Danny makes videos. There's numerous people who make videos of him. Yet he comes and calls me out for name dropping him, calling him Kung Fu Kem's uncle. I just thought it were hilarious, people. Honestly, it proper made me like laugh. No, definitely not. I'm not, he 100% is a scrapper. 100%. You know, his game as they come. Got a chin on him. But I'm not saying he isn't hard or can't fight. What I'm saying is he's not the same Decca he was. Is Venice the big hard man? He makes out he is. Well, that's for you to decide, horse information. You know, there's plenty of fights. Plenty of Paul Venice fights out there for you to watch and sort of give your thingy. Paul Venice. Oh, Crystal Palace have just scored a worldie. Liverpool 1-0 down. Oh, Liverpool are losing again. They can't seem to get a break, Liverpool. But yeah, Paul Venice was sparring Big Tom Aspinall not long ago. So people think that you like to Brett Main that have a decent do with Paul Venice. Not in my opinion. Go watch that sparring, and I know sparring and stuff like that, but Paul's levels above Brett May, in my opinion. Now, Brett May has knocked most of your people out who go to local lads who go to the pub and that. He chin 90% of them, that's a fact. But he won't beat your likes of people who train and all that sort of stuff and who are fighters. Now, I'm not saying Brett May is a fight, but what I'm saying is constantly Brett May don't beat him, in my opinion. It was only the other week you were saying as well that you're up at 5 a.m. every morning, hill sprints, doing all this training, all this sort of stuff, and then he goes and gets himself nicked. So yeah, for me, Brett May, yeah, like I say, he'll knock your local pub guy out, but when it comes to someone who trains and someone who knows what they're doing, in my opinion, I don't think he wins. But he'll slam 90% of people off the head who don't know what they're doing. Well, that's it, innit? Just have a laugh. As I said in my video not long ago, you know, Brett May is meant to be a businessman. You know, he's meant to have multiple sunbed shops. He's got, you know, cars. This is all coming from Brett. You know, Brett said this himself. You know, sunbed shops, you know, nice cars, all this sort of stuff. Yet he's then ringing kids up, taxing them for $1,000. What, it don't make sense. Yes, one take, no edits up you well. Decca was ruined after Robbie Brown. Danny's living in his head rent-free. DC, your boss, and if you say jump. Yes, one take, no edits. Respect my mate. Big up. How long's Brett got in the nick? I can't actually remember how long he got sentenced to. It weren't that long, was it? Oh, has he even been sentenced yet? I might be wrong. He might not have even been sentenced yet, to be quite honest with you people. Someone will know in the chat. Someone will know. How come some of these messages I can't see? One take, I can't see him. Why is, I don't know, just have a laugh. Dark Colour YouTube gone boring about Brett. We need a fight. I'm happy to fight anyone on this corner of YouTube in my weight class. He's on Romantle March. Yes, Cal. Trial in March. Yeah, I didn't think he'd been remanded. Trial in March. What do you reckon he gets, people? Comment below. How long do you reckon Brett will get? Be interested to see what they try to give him. It depends what he's been what he's actually been charged with as well, though. What has he actually been charged with? Got to be at least 2 years. Yeah, probably. You against Hedgehog. Nah, mate. I like Hedgehog, man. It'll do numbers, but I like her job, man. He's sound, man. Blackmail, right? So yeah, to be fair, what's the highest sentence you can get for blackmail? You're multitasking, Scott. Blackmail, money by mint. Oh my God, it's 2-0. 2-0 to Crystal Palace. Liverpool 2-0 down. It's a disaster. Also, threat and mate his family, so not good. Yeah, does anyone know what the longest sentence you can get for blackmail is? Crystal Palace 2-0 up against Liverpool. They fell apart. Jesus Christ. How will Liverpool fell apart like this? 5+ year. Longest you can get for blackmail, right? Interesting. See if you can get 5 years for blackmail. I'll tell you something, people, just going off topic a bit here, just talking about people getting sentenced and stuff like that. This UK government needs to hold their head in shame. How was that refugee, right, from that Epping, whose sentence was absolutely diabolical anyway, should be sentenced to death for what he did, graping and all that sort of stuff. He's a absolute weirdo. But how does he walk out of prison? How did he release him by accident? What a load of shite that is. Now, I know we're going off topic here, but as I say, this UK government is a joke. Releasing people like that by accident, like, come on. 14 years is max for blackmail, is it? Yeah. 14 years. Liam, what's crap? I'm not getting paid. What? I don't actually know, mate. I don't really like to believe anything that Shadow Boxer says. He lies a lot. If he can come on YouTube and make his followers believe his dog's dead and then just come out and say that it's not, then for me, he's quite a weirdo, to be honest with you, people. And I don't actually believe a lot of the things that he says. Now, whether 3D Fight Club have paid him or not, I don't know. In my opinion, he doesn't deserve a penny because he made an embarrassment of himself and the sport. But I don't know. They paid him £500 to get deported without a fuss. What the fuck is that about? Madness, isn't it? He was being deported. He finished his sentence. It was just a big mistake. Yeah, but how did he finish his sentence? Won't take no edits. He's not even done. He's not even done a year. He's not even done a year. Madness, people. 5 prisoners are mistakenly released every week. Fucking crazy. What has the UK come to? He's probably fell out with Mickey for views, probably friends still. Yes, Cal. But yeah, as I say, people, that thing really got me mad because I thought, how do you release one by mistake? And obviously you've just confirmed he was being deported, but giving him £500 to get deported, he should have fucking slapped him and sent him off. Not give him £500, give him a beating and put him on whatever he was going on to go back home. But yeah, I don't agree with what's going on at the minute in the UK, people. And I guarantee 90%, if not everyone, who's watching this stream also agrees because it is madness. And if you've got kids, it's quite scary for your kids. That's a fact. Because you just don't know what's going to happen. Don't forget as well, people, big up absolutely everybody. I know I say it all the time, but we've got to drop the promotion in there while we're live. Shower of Shite now available. Big up everyone who's already bought it. Now available on all platforms, people. I know a few of you off this corner have bought the book already. So yeah, big respect to anyone who's bought the book. And if you haven't already, people, Go buy the book. It's a great read. Big up Jimmy every time. Available now, people. Big up everyone. Shout out Jimmy. Shadow live now. His dog sat on the floor. Fuck off. Oh my god, he isn't. Honestly, people, like, he plays. I've always said this, yeah. He plays the YouTube game well. I will give him that. He does play the YouTube game well. But when it comes to like bare knuckle fighting, you know, he's calling out Paul Rennish, Danny Christie, them types of people. It's laughable. It is generally laughable because you can just see straight away, even from the videos from time ago when he used to post his videos sparring and he's joking about videos. They weren't joking. He generally doesn't. He generally quits. Yes, Cal, respect, brother. Hit that like, people, if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe, all that good stuff. I always forget to say it. I don't really like saying it, but you sort of got to say it, haven't you? Yeah, he's just not got that grit and that will and that determined to win, in my opinion. From what I see, anyway, I just don't like think Shadow Boxer. He doesn't enjoy winning, basically. Are you still fighting a few weeks later? Mate, honestly, it's been a nightmare, this fight. It's been a nightmare trying to get it over the line. I even spoke to Big Robbie Brown today. Because Robbie Brown put on Facebook that he was looking for an MMA fighter for this weekend. And I'll jump in there MMA. No problem. But I'm waiting for a phone call off a promoter. I'm also obviously waiting for this fight with Andrew Anthony. But yeah, as I say, people, we're waiting to get back in there. When it does come, it'll come. But I'll be honest, I haven't trained for the last week. I've had a lot of stuff going on from outside of YouTube now. And yeah, it's been quite madness, to be fair, people. But as I say, I'm going to get straight back in the gym next week and get grinding again. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't. My mind and stuff like that goes quite west if I'm not in the gym and I'm not training. And I'm not in that routine structure. But and I bet many other people on here are the same. But yeah, as I say, get back in the gym, get training, and sooner or later we will get a few fights under our belt again. One point we couldn't, you know, people were fucking. But it'll come. Yeah, big up one take, you're a legend. But yeah, I messaged Robbie Brown today. I'm hoping this guy rings me tomorrow. Shout out Robbie Brown, an absolute warrior. Absolute warrior of a man. And yeah, I think he messaged me back and said he asked my number, sent him my number. So hopefully we get a phone call tomorrow, people. Could be fighting this weekend, MMA. Robbie Brown, hopefully. If you see this, if you hear this, Robbie, or you see this, you know I've spoke to you today. And I'm ready for this weekend. I will get down to Sunderland and I will we will get this fight on our MMA, boxing, whatever it is. I'm up for it. As long as we get paid a little wage, that's all that matters, people. And I will turn up and win. We don't turn up to quit. We turn up to win. I hate losing. I hate losing a game of FIFA. Never mind losing a boxing match in front of people where you could get humiliated. But yeah, big up everyone. I don't like putting this camera on. It's not the best camera. It's not the best camera. Yeah, big up one take. Did you happen to see Bacon Kevlar? He's a strange individual for sure. Oh, mate, if I see that fella, now I sort of feel like I'm going to get a lot of shit off certain people if I say this, but because they'll be like, oh, you're a bully, you're this, you're that, and I'm definitely not a bully or anything like that. But that Kung Fu Kev, in my opinion, needs a right good slap. And just put him in his place, really. Because he thinks that he's something he's not. And he is a very noncy little weirdo. So, yeah, that's just my opinion, people. What does that say then? Some people are willing to take a slap and lose for cash flow. Yeah, and that's not me. I'm always there to win. With anything. With any sport I've ever done. Whether it's boxing, football, basketball, because I've played them all. Especially when I was at school. I'm a competitive person. As I say, I don't like losing a game of FIFA. Don't sit right at me for about an hour. He does deserve a backhand, doesn't he? And then some people will be like, oh, it's tight, this, that, the other. Well, it's not tight, is it, if that were your daughter or that were your sister, the little weirdo, trying to get hold of. And as I say, people, if he were from where I'm from, that little caravan of his would have been burnt to a crisp. That caravan would be like fucking charcoal by now. But yeah, very suspect guy. And as I say, if you've got a sister or a daughter, then you'll know that that lad needs a bit of a slap. I think he goes to Skeggy in the car. Yeah, someone said that in comments actually, just for a laugh. Someone did say that. What I don't understand is how we can be so. It gets me mad. Because, like, yeah, fair enough, he might have some sort of problem. But let's be honest here, yeah? He knows right from wrong. He knows right from wrong, and he knows exactly he is a little weirdo. But yeah, where's Decca Heggie gone, people? Has Decca Heggie been silenced by the main man himself, Danny Christie? As I say, personally, I think he's realised the boss of Carlisle has spoken, and it's time to keep my mouth quiet. Stop calling out people like LB and start trying to get something like that back going. Oh, it makes me laugh. Grabbing a drink, people. 1 minute. Liverpool, honestly, here. Liverpool have fell apart here. Like, badly. 2-0 down at home at Palace. Unbelievable, Jeff. Yeah, he does. He does, mate. We'll be doing a live reaction to that. Live stream reaction. Looking forward to it. Big up Danny Christie, absolute warrior of a man. Got Gum Shield, will travel. Liam Ewers wants Team Decca. I'll definitely. Well, it wasn't that I was even wants Team Decca. I just come across him, seen him crying on YouTube about how he wanted to take his own life, blah, 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 blah. Gets in contact with me, begs me for money. And then I realised by the likes of good people off this corner of YouTube, Simon Kirk, and there's a few other people, Video Craig, one of them, couple of people actually contacted me and said, mate, this guy you're associating your name with here is a very bad weirdo and he's a very suspect guy. Now, we can see you've got kids, this, that, and the other. Yeah, I think you best distance yourself from him. And then by that point, I'd only realised that he was an absolute weirdo because some of the stuff he come out with. And yeah, I fucking, for about 2 weeks, I our team Decca. And I'll be honest, what a fool I am. Yes, where's up you well? Big up the Knots. Big up Nottingham every time. Have you heard from Brett? Oh no, mate. I'm hoping. I was hoping JDP were going to drop the fucking. I was hoping big JDP were going to drop the letter. And I like JDP, but he's let us down with that one. He let us down with a Brett May letter. But apparently Brett May is on trial, people. Someone said it in the chat before. I think they said March. Brett May apparently goes on trial in March, so that'll be interesting. Now, I didn't know this one. Someone was just saying then in the chat as well that apparently for blackmail, the highest sentence, I don't know if it's true. A couple of people said it though, to be fair, so it could be. But apparently 14 years is the longest you can get for blackmail, which is quite mad in my opinion. Quite mad indeed. Yeah, too fair. You're not wrong there, mate. Can I just ask, anyone sticking up for Bash? Has anyone seen the video where he hit that lad before the bell when he wasn't looking and brain damage? Oh, thanks, mate. You still play for. I haven't seen that, you know, Wes. I haven't seen that, no. Bash has given someone brain damage, has he? And am I still playing footy? Do you know what you say? It's mad that you say that because we're trying to get 7-a-side set back up. We were playing it around this time last year, 7-a-side every Wednesday night. And we are trying to get it set back up, mate. But yeah, I do want to get back playing a bit of footy. It's good little crack. Good with boys as well. Yeah, mate, you can't beat it. Can't beat a good 7-a-side on a Wednesday night. I'd say a cold Wednesday night in Burnley, but it'll be a cold Wednesday night in fucking Preston for me. And we can do it on a cold Wednesday night in Preston. Let me tell you that, people. We won't break out now. Go break him out, Scott. I'll give you a tenner. Give you a tenner if you go try and break him out. Tenner and a rollie. Tenner and a fucking rollie and a pack of skins. Why not? Liverpool have absolutely bottled it. They've well and truly bottled it. Scott's in Lincoln Looney bin. Big Scott demands that his team Brett May. I think he needs a Brett May autograph, does Scott? He really does need a Brett May autograph. He's a bigger fan than Brett May is himself. Is Scott? I think Scott likes Brett May more than Brett likes himself. Wow. I didn't know all this footy were on tonight. Brett is my pal. Friends! I'm only joking. Don't start hating on me, Scott. Oh, friends, big Brett. Yes, Simon. Are you well, Simon? I will literally just speaking. If this is the real Simon, then I will literally just speaking about Simon. What a legend Simon is. Got me my first fight. Absolute legend. I've always liked Simon. And if this is the real Simon, I hope you're well, mate, after everything that was going on. Yeah, big up. If that is the real Simon. I hope you're well. I hope the family's well. I like Brett, but do you think the law will bid him off proper? I thought about it for years. But there's a chance, mate. Obviously, when you've been in the system for so long, now, not sure he can get too long for blackmail. But I don't know how it all works, to be fair. I've never been to prison or anything like that, so I wouldn't have a clue. I'd just like to comment. Big up Simon. Absolute legend. Shout out Natalie, hope you're well. Hope you're well, Natalie. But yeah, as I say, people, I'm not sure how long Brett May's going to get now. As someone just said there, the system could slam him. But I don't know. The jails are quite full. You got to remember that. You know, they're at the highest they've ever been at in prison at the minute. The prison system's full. So can they keep him in there for fucking as long as that? I don't know. Yes, Wes. Yeah, man, I'm trying to get a fight soon as. I'm looking to fight ASAP. As I said just before, I was speaking to Robbie Brown today. Just trying to get anything really. Don't drop the soap on me. No, that's never a good one. That one takes. It's never a good one. That like. Don't be dropping that soap. Scott Freckens. Go to court, Scott, and scream his innocence. Scream his innocence for him, Scott. I've never been jailed, Wes. Shout out to the people who have never been jailed because don't get me wrong, I've got mates. My younger brother is in prison right now as we speak, and I've got a good mate in prison. But I've never been myself, never been interested, and as I say, people that have been will always say fair play to the people that have never been, because even growing up as a kid, especially where I was brought up, it was like people thought it was cool to go to prison and all that sort of stuff. But it's not. It's really not. And people that are in there will tell you that. You're telling me about my weight, kid, but I'm not fit though at the minute. Yes, Wes. Respect, mate. If you wanted to get in there, like, me and you are team Brett, mate. Love it, don't you, Scott? What's your blowing for? Him and his mates, my little brother's only 20, 22. So he's a few years young. 21 he actually might be. A few years younger than me, but him and one of his mates, him and his mate have had trouble with his lad. Seen him in the street, got into an altercation with him, started fighting with him. Obviously 2-on-1, which is never fair anyway. Got the better of him, but then as they beat him up, they've also took his stuff off him. So it's classed as like a street robbery, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what they're charging him for, but yeah, my little brother, Jack, when you get out, sort yourself out, kid. And trust me, get back on track. I'm good, thanks, Lee. Good to see you back. Yeah, thanks, Natalie. Yeah, it's good. It's good to be back. I've not been live for a while. The camera quality is shit, people. As I say, I smashed my laptop, So it's not. I'm not on my original laptop. I'm on some little tiny thing. But we're moving. It's a waste of life. It definitely is, mate. It really is. One thing you never get back is time. One thing you never get back is time. Yeah, definitely, Simon. Yeah, give us a WhatsApp, mate. Definitely, mate. Honestly, mate, I love. We need to get the get back on bare knuckle sport. I know, but yeah, give me a WhatsApp, Simon. We'll have a chat, mate. Take it easy, mate. Big respect. I went jail for supply costs. Did you really, Scott? Don't be saying that about Simon Cake, lad. Fucking. Yeah, I know, mate. It's mad because, like, my brother, like, we don't live in the same area anymore. Load of stuff happened. Stepdad passed, all this sort of stuff. So my brother, my sisters, they all moved. Obviously, I've stayed where we grew up because I've got kids, all that. And then yeah, he's got himself in a lot of trouble, like in where he lives. Obviously, he's 21 now. My younger brother Jack, and hanging around with the wrong people, gets himself nicked, gets himself jailed. I told him it was going to happen, and it happened. It's the reality of life. But yeah, he does ring me up at night sometimes, and I tell him on phone, I'm like, Jack, he's in there talking all this because anyone who's been, especially when them young guns, they come out talking like fucking a gangster. Ladies, everyone, enjoy the live early starting. Yes, it's one take. You start early, you don't. You one take edits. You're up at like fucking 3-4 a.m., aren't you? Fair play to you. Big up the grafters. You know how we do. Fair play to one take. He is up early doors. Tommy, what you doing? I'll say one thing though, even though I like Brett, that shadow bacon would do anyone on here. If you're honest. Do you reckon? You're not being serious there. Wes, shadow bacon would do anyone on here. Christy Bennis, Brett May, any of them. That's got to be a joke. I like you, Wes, but you've got to be trying to kid him. You're kidding me there, aren't you? You're having my pants down. Liverpool look awful here. Liverpool look shocking. Would you really, Wes? Yeah. Fair play. Everyone's got their own opinion. Everyone's got an opinion, but I generally believe Shad Bacon would get flattened by Paul Venice in about 40 seconds flat. And Danny Christie would do a job on him. I think it'd take a little bit longer because he's a bit bigger in weight, but I still think he'd beat him. But yeah, everyone's got their own opinion. Palace back-to-back wins here against Liverpool. Yeah, fair enough. You don't have to like someone to think that they'll do someone. I personally don't think he'd beat any of them, but fair play. If you think that, you think that. Yeah, I generally believe he's got that quit mentality, sort of. But then again, a lot of it is an act with him. You know, a lot of it is an act with Shadow. Yeah, them fags are no good. No good, them fags. Scott, Why would you ask me something like that? Like, come on, brother. Come on, bro. Thought you were better than that, Scott. What is... I'll smoke the odd fag at work. Smoke the odd fag when I'm working, but mainly on vape, yeah, and I smoke a bit of the old green as well, like, but that's irrelevant. But yeah, the vapes are... Don't get me wrong, I will, like I say, I do smoke a fag every night, like, at work, but I don't like smoking fags, I will be honest. Well, if I have a drink or something like that, I'll end up smoking fags. Yeah, I don't know why, but every time I have a drink, I seem to smoke more. You're a troll, are you now, Scott? You're a troll, are you now, Scott? We don't like trolls. If they've got it, Wes, if it's available, I will do. What do you do for work, Wes? Palace are playing Liverpool all over, getting battered. Yeah, Scott's admitted he's a troll. Scott's just admitted that he is a troll. Thought you were better, Scott. Thought you were better than that. Liam, if Decca beats his mother, to be honest with you, mate, if Decca put his hands on his mother, I probably wouldn't say anything about it because that's nothing to do with me. When Decca's out there doing what he does, messaging young, innocent girls, then that's a bit different, Scott. If you was to walk in your kitchen tomorrow and stick a nut on your mum and headbutt her, then there's nothing I can do or say about it. But I'd be disappointed. I'd be disappointed in you, Scott. But what could, you know what I mean? Like, the one thing with the Danny Christie situation, if you want to get onto it, he's openly come out admitted it multiple times. You know, him admitting that is a big thing anyway. Now, people say, "Oh, you're a lick ass, Liam. You're a lick ass." Not a lick ass at all. Just stating the truth. Not many people. If someone had done something like that, 90% of people would hide that away, no matter what. So he's come out. He said what he's done. Everyone, he was who he was in the past, and you've only got to respect what he's gone and done from who he was. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, I didn't read that. Work at SDC trailers making like big box trailers used to McAlory's Amazon Asda. All right, yeah, I get you, mate. That's the £1. Money does not buy you happiness. Going to work, being in a routine, that's happiness. Yeah, same to you, Wes. Respect, my mate. Yeah, going to work every day, being in a routine, trust me, a lot of people would rather have that than a lot of money. That's people who have got money, a lot of them ain't even happy. I'd love another fight. I'm 36 at Xmas. Yes, Wes. I'm 27. So you've got 9 years on me. Well, what weight are you, Wes? We could We could probably get a fight arranged. All respect. 36 is still young, he definitely is. Just in your prime, Wes. You're in your prime. They say you don't hit your prime till you're 30. 30 odd. 36, good, is not a bad. When you start getting past the 40 mark, that's when you start to go a bit down, in my opinion. Exactly. Look at Ricky Hatton. Absolutely devastated. Still doesn't sit right with me now. Still messes with my head when I think about it. I go into deep thought when I think about it. But the Ricky Hatton situation, perfect example. You know, you can have everything you want in life, but when someone up there is just telling you that you're not happy, you're not happy. And it is a shame. Rest in peace, Ricky Hatton, every single time. What a legend. What a warrior. Yes, just have a laugh. Just for the laugh, sorry. Big up yourself. Feeling me prime, but unfit kid. If I was fit, I'd be 11.5 stone. But where are you? I get to, like, when I'm fighting, I want to be like 11 stone, just under 10, just under that. When I fought the burger joint, the first fight that I had, we were both the same weight. We were both 10.5 stone. And I beat him first round. But when I went and fought Kudo, big up Kudo, the absolute warrior, I was probably just a bit less than 10.5 stone. Because I was doing certain things that I shouldn't have been doing before that fight. And then Kudo were probably, I don't know what, I wouldn't want to say how big he were, but he was a little bit bigger. But yeah, respect to Kudo, absolute warrior. I'm off to get you on Nurse to Titan. Scott's on a mad one. I reckon we could meet at a weight, mate. Could have a spar, mate. It's a bit weird fighting you because I just... Yeah, dude, we could do that. We could quite easily get some training content in, do some good training, have a bit of a spar, and then go for some scran, have a pint, and vlog it all, Wes. Definitely. But the only thing I will say, shout out to Wes, but the amount of people and the Biz is one of them. I've had another guy called YouTube Banter who actually wanted to fight me, but then when it come to the fight, he didn't want it. Biz was sort of saying, now I like the Biz, respect to the Biz, but Biz was the same, says all this, and when it comes down to the sparring or the fighting, they don't want to do it. Now, Wes, I hope we can do this. Like, you know, get some content. As I say, it don't even have to be a fight. We can just spar, train, and then go for some food after it, as I say. Like proper men. I'm up for that, mate. I love it, pal. We shall do it. I'll take me on board. We can sort something. I do like the Biz. Yeah, the Biz is the Biz. I do like the Biz. As I say, I like the Biz. I think he's a top lad. But I was hoping to fight the Biz or at least spar the Biz. Now, no disrespect to the Biz at all. But yeah, hey, if you're on TikTok or Instagram, Wes, if you want to give me a message, we can arrange something where I can come to you or you come to me. And obviously we'll train, spar, whatever you want to do. I'm happy. But yeah, big up everyone. Hit that like if you haven't already, people. Big respect to everyone. Yeah, Biz, shout out the Biz. I've not seen him for a while. That Gorilla King, I tell you, sir, he talks some shite, him. That Gorilla King talks shite. Tommy's in there. Tom! Yeah, shout out the biz, Wes. You know the one. Shout out the biz. But Gorilla King sausage. Don't look like Liverpool are going to bring this one back. 2-1 down. 2-0 down, should I say. They flapped it. But yeah, Wes, if you want to give me a message on Instagram or TikTok or anything like that, we'll get that sorted out. Definitely, mate. Big up. Rhett said, touch your elbows. Fuck off. That is class. Scott, I reckon you should turn up to court for Big Brett with a big banner saying I'm Team Brett May. I dare you. Yes, Wes, I've just seen that you just followed me there on TikTok, so I'll message you after this live. Shout out, Wes. Yeah, Scott, I dare you to turn up to court with a big banner saying I'm Team Brett May. I'm messaging you now. Yes, Wes. Big up, mate. On Slot, is he out of his depth here at Liverpool or what? 2-0 down again. This will be a 5th loss in a row, people. What has happened to Liverpool? Don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying watching it, the downfall already, because they were laughing at us last season. Just like once you was to Decca. Scott, what are you on about? We are missing what's being said here. I won't be. Maybe. Do you reckon they'll beat Frankfurt? Yes, Al Wes. Yeah, have a good night, mate. I'll message you back after this. After I've done this live. Go on, Scott. Whoa, Scott, he's on it tonight. He's not forgetting, is he? Yeah. Yeah, they did actually. What am I talking about? Is this the 5th loss in a row then, this? Or is it the 4th? Yeah, no worries, Wes. Respects, brother. Duke, get in. I know you know, Scott. Everyone knows. If you don't know, then get to know. But everyone knows, don't they? It would be in the... Right, yeah. Yeah, it's mad. It is mad, though, to be fair, isn't it? 5 losses in a row. Don't get me wrong, they haven't got the best players on tonight. But still, Carabao Cup. We can't say United got knocked out instantly. Grimsby Town. I know everything, Liam. Do you now, Scott? We're going to jump off in a minute, people. I'm going to end the live in a minute. Scott the Troll. Scott, change your name. Scott, are you going to do that then? Are you going to go to court or what? If North End get promoted this season, honest to God, they'll be better than United when it Prem, I'm telling you now. They'll actually be better than United when it Prem. He's not allowed out of the loony bins. I hope he turns up with a Team Brett May banner. Duke. Move. But right, I'm going to jump off, people. I'm going to end the live there. Big up everyone who's jumped in, your own legends. And I will catch you tomorrow, people. Peace out. Scott, don't forget to get your Team Brett May banner. Get it up for the people to see. There's a sound in Lincoln. That's why it's... No, he's a good one. Shout out, Scott. Shout out, just have a laugh. Big up, everyone. Peace, people.